So today, I'm going to speak on how you can be powerful. Now everybody in the world, wants to have power. Yes or no? Whatever you're doing in life, you want to have power. But what do you mean by powerful? What do you mean by power? I want to know from you. What do you understand power as? Power is energy to work, okay? Okay. Authority. You can say that power, is an energy to take action independently. Yes or no? Power is if you have power, you can make your opinions heard by others. People listen to you and you are totally independent. Yes? And all of us want to be powerful because we have a lot to do in our life, we have a lot to say in our life, but we want others to listen to it also. At the same time, we want to have the ability, the authority to do what we want in our own space. That is called power. But do you realize that today, who is obstructing you from that powerful position? Why is it that you have to listen to others? Why is it that many times you feel victimized because of others? Why is it that you see yourself asking others about different opinions? What should I do? What should I not do? Why is it that you are not feeling powerful in your own life? It could be power in your family life. It could be power in your professional life. It could be power with your friendships. Why is it that you don't feel powerful? The reason is that you are denying yourself power. You are the one who are denying yourself that powerful position. So in this workshop, we are going to take out our fears. These are all fears inside you. And we are going to look at those fears and we are going to throw those fears. Are we ready for that? Basically, we have got chakras in our body. Are you all aware about chakras? I believe Ganesh is taking classes with you, so you know a little bit about chakras. So I just give a brief introduction. We have got 7 chakras in our body. These are 7 major chakras in our body. They are like meters in your body. These chakras, they are like wheels spinning in 7 different places along the spine. Now, if chakras are spinning properly, it means that you are living life according to its laws. Life has got laws. It wants you to live in a particular way. Just like in life, anything has got a particular way of using it. Today, suppose you have got a mobile with you. Can you just use the mobile in anything? No. It has laws. You have to charge it. You don't have to drop it. You don't have to put water in it. Yes or no? So everything has got laws. Whether it is about relationships, whether it is about using objects. Similarly, there are laws of life. Unless you align to the laws of life, you will not find that happiness, peace, health and success. Today you are teachers and you are teaching people different subjects so that when the students come out, they are able to build on those subjects and make something of their own. Yes, they can study what others have researched in the past and they can build on that and create their own lives. So you can consider us as universal teachers, spiritual teachers, because we also teach you subjects, but we teach you subjects of life. And you have to understand that there are 7 major subjects you have to learn in order to be qualified to live life the right way. These 7 major subjects are taught by the 7 chakras. So I'll briefly tell you about the chakras. Incidentally, this room, this is a chakra room and we have designed it as per the chakra. So as I take you through the room, I will tell you about the chakras. The first chakra is the one located at the base of the spinal cord. This is called your Moola Aadhar or your root chakra. So this is the southwest of this room. So we have designed this square portion as Mooladhara chakra because this is the chakra which connects you to your roots. You get grounded, you get rooted is because of this chakra. So we have kept natural roots. Here we have kept iron. We have tried to signify that this is a chakra of hard work. You have to work hard. You have to be ready to face challenges in life. So we have kept iron, one matka of copper, and we have kept an elephant figure because elephant denotes this chakra. This is a heavy, earthy chakra and it is ruled by Lord Ganesh. Next chakra is where I am standing. This is the west of this room. This is the Swadhisthana chakra. So Swadhisthana chakra is located above the Muladhara chakra, about 2 inches below your navel. This is the water element in your body. So we have kept water here. And this is the chakra where your identity is formed. Who are you? We all have got same number of hands, feet, eyes, but all of us are born with a unique identity. You have come with a unique life purpose to live in this world. Today you all are teachers, but you all are different. You're teaching different subjects, your path is different, and eventually all of you will branch out, whether in this birth or in the next birth, to create your unique identity. You might be doing some deep research, you might be writing books, you might be telling the world something which they have not known before. That is your identity. So this chakra tells you that each of you has got a unique identity. Just you see water. Why water element resides here? Water can take different shapes as per the container. You put it in a bowl, it takes that shape. You put it in a bottle, it takes that shape. Similarly, today each of you has got a different identity because of the container you are in. So this is the Swadhisthana chakra. If you see, this is lower down, this is a little higher. Then higher than this is the Manipur chakra, which we are going to discuss today. This is the triangle shaped chakra on the southeast of this room. So this is the chakra of the fire element, which is the Manipur chakra. You can see a small palace, you can see Ram and Sita, because this is the chakra ruled by Lord Ram. आज अगर आप रामायण पढ़ते हैं, you pray to Lord Ram, you are actually trying to balance this chakra. इस चक्र में अग्नि होती है, fire होती है. That gives you the energy for action, willpower, vitality in your life. आज आप घर का जब वास्तु करते हो, you are actually balancing the chakras of the house so that you can live peacefully there. आपको कहा जाता है साउथ वेस्ट में stay there because it is stability. आपको कहा जाता है वेस्ट में have creative room because this is Swadhisthana. साउथ ईस्ट में आपको कहा जाता है what do you tell in साउथ ईस्ट? अग्निकोण में क्या कहा जाता है? किचन. Because they say that यहाँ पर जो कुक करोगे that food is going to nourish you because it is a fiery. If this room is in your office, they will tell you put marketing people there because they need to have that fire in their belly to work. इसके बाद next चक्र आता है the northwest of this room. This is your heart chakra. In this chakra you learn to love, you learn to have compassion, you learn to have generosity in your life. So this is the chakra for love. So I'm not going into too much detail, but every chakra we have designed as per the shape of the chakra, as per the color of the chakra, as per the elements, the metal, we have designed as per that. Then you come to the next chakra. In this northeast, this is the Vishuddha chakra. This is your guru. This is located on your throat, and if you see, it is shaped like a book because this is where you get the knowledge. You get all the education, music, arts, and Goddess Saraswati resides here. And finally, the top 2 chakras are on the top. They are your spiritual chakras, the Agya chakra and the crown chakra, where you realize that you are not just a human being. You are just being human. Other than your physical identity, you have actually a universal identity which you realize when you work on these chakras. That is why when we meditate on the Agya chakra, crown chakra to basically connect ourselves to the universal identity. Okay? So now we come back to the Manipur chakra. Now this is the chakra for power. When this chakra is balanced, you will notice that suppose we take an ideal person whose chakra is balanced. He will be a person, he will not confront unless it is necessary. He will take on any task and he will complete it without much fuss. He will be ready to take challenges in life. He will quietly maintain his sense of power. He will confront only if necessary. If you tell him something to do which he might not know, he will still be ready to take that challenge and jump, because he knows that he is going to manage it. So he can easily take on a role of a leader without showing off, without being very authoritative, or without letting the others feel that I am the boss. He will be able to lead people, he will be able to make his own opinions, and he will be able to look into the future. I always think, when I think of a leader, I heard a very small one story, when I was small, that suppose there is a troop which is going through the jungle. Everybody is marching, everybody is working hard and marching. A leader is a person who tells everybody to stop. He climbs the tree, he looks through the binoculars, he comes down and he tells the people, okay, team, go this side. And then when he sees that the sun is setting, he'll say, halt, we will all rest here. He is the one who is able to look into the future. He is able to make decisions independently without asking everybody, should we do this, should we do this? We know we can't be asking everybody, everybody has different opinions. But a person who knows the right opinion, the right thing to do, is the one who deserves to be the leader. On the other hand, if a person's Manipur Chakra is imbalanced, he will be the one who is always feeling victimized. He is always complaining, whining as to why the whole world is troubling him. If you find ladies constantly gossiping about their mother-in-laws, constantly gossiping what their children are doing, what their husband is doing, or they are gossiping about their bosses, about the principal, about everybody, understand it is the Manipur Chakra. They feel victimized. They feel the whole world is against them and they have got no power. They are the people who will constantly ask their friends, other people, what they should do, what they should not. Even if it is a small thing like, getting married or having kids or getting a transfer, they are constantly waiting for others' opinion. They are like a twig, in an ocean. The ocean goes up, the wave goes up, they goes up, and when the wave comes down, they go down. They are at the whim and fancies of the whole world. Such people will often face stomach anxiety. Today, if a person has got stomach issues, weak digestion, often you have acidity, understand it is because of Manipur Chakra. All digestion problems are because of Manipur Chakra. So, let us talk about it, how to come out of this kind of victimization feelings and how to come out of it. So, basically, and we can say that this Manipur Chakra has got two states. Some people have got an overactive Manipur Chakra. Overactive means they are controlling, dominating, all the time they are very authoritative. But they feel that unless I crush the people in front of me, I cannot be powerful. That is an overactive Manipur Chakra. An underactive stage is when all the time you are giving away your power to maintain peace, you are making others happy, you are all the time belittling yourself, and you are always staying in the shadows. That is underactive Manipur Chakra. But understand, both the cases are imbalanced cases. We don't want overactive, we don't want underactive, we want balanced Manipur Chakra. So now we straight come down to the fears that imbalance this chakra. We have to understand you don't have to learn anything in your life. You don't have to learn. Today I am not here to tell you should be like this, you should be like this, you should be like this. You will say, yes, I also know that, but how? Yes or no? It's very easy to say positive things. Everybody can lecture everybody. But then the answer is how? How do I do it? So today we are going to discuss how do I do it. You have to know everything is already inside you. You just have to unveil it. And to unveil it, you have to remove the negative clouds which are in front of that powerful self of yours within. So let us now look at the fears that imbalance the chakra And as I talk about the fears, I want you to realize them within you. Don't think, oh, this fears me, oh, she has got, my husband has got, he has got. You see whether I have got or not. See yourself. Only then you will be able to deal with it when we meditate. First fear, dependency. Because you feel yourself dependent on others, or you feel that the others are dependent on you, you will imbalance the chakra. Whenever there is dependency, now what is dependency? Today if you are parents and you think that I am responsible for my children have to do very well in life, I am responsible. So what will happen? The children will become the dependent party and you will become the ones responsible for them. Nowadays, most of the relationships in family are like this. The husband thinks that I am the earning member and I have to take care, or the wife assumes responsibility of the house, and then this is a relationship that happens. Dependency. But when there is dependency, what happens? There are expectations, there are push, pull, control, all types of mess happens when there is dependency. And the biggest harm of dependency is when you have dependency, you lose vision. You lose vision to look ahead because all the time you are worried about your children. Oh, my children are not doing well in exams, my child is like this, my this is like that, my wife is not well, my this is not there. This is relationship of dependency. And second relationship could be where you feel you are the dependent party. It could be maybe in your career. You feel that this place, this college has given me the job, what I want, I'm dependent on the company. I'm dependent on my college. If they remove me, I'm gone. So you become dependent on the college. You're not able to see beyond that college. You want to maybe try another avenue. You maybe want to try something else, try an independent business. But you are not able to even see the opportunities. It's not that you don't want. You're not able to see them. They are all around you. You're not happy, but still you are there because somewhere you have perceived a dependency. So in this, what happens is, this dependency basically makes you weak. You cannot take action independently and your vision gets limited. Now ask yourself, are you really dependent? Or are the children or your family actually dependent on you? See, even if you're not there, they will live their path. Maybe the road will be little bumpy initially. You have to understand dependency is very harmful for you and your children. Today, if you feel that I am responsible for my children, children will automatically know and you will find them that they are not taking responsibility. Today, maybe your children are getting good marks or they are doing in life to make you happy, not for themselves. So extra taking care of the children and showing them that I am responsible for you, in fact, makes them weak, which is not good. You have to understand relationship is not this, relationship is not this, it's partnership. You are a partner with your wife. She takes care of one part, maybe she takes care of the home and you take care of the outside part. Your children are partners with you. Right now you are taking care of them. When they grow up, they will take care of you. And understand, you are not providing them the money for their education. The universe is providing to them through you. Always know that. You are just a medium. If you go away, someone else will come and they will manage. Today you are not responsible for your position. That I have to educate my children very well. If the children don't do well, I am the one responsible. No, it's a partnership. Today you will come, you will disseminate the information, you will tell them what you have, you will do whatever best you can. Rest, they have to take responsibility. They have to study, they have to learn. Don't feel guilty, don't feel sad if your children are not performing. Because only when the relationship is like this, you can communicate. Otherwise you can't communicate. You will forgive them. You will let go of them. उनको माफ कर दोगे. आज बच्चे कब बिगड़ जाते हैं? जब बच्चे they do anything wrong and the parents feel गलती मेरी हुई होगी, उसको माफ कर देंगे. बच्चे अच्छा मार्क्स नहीं लाते, टीचर सोचती है maybe I have to work on my skills, maybe I have to work, I have to do better. No, you have to make relationships like this, and you have to tell the children they better be responsible for their marks, and then you can communicate to them, talk to them, do whatever action is necessary to make the relationship like this. Clear? So this is basically just a thought process. From today, start seeing everything as a partner. Look at your child as a partner, your spouse as a partner, your parents as a partner, your employees as a partner, your customer as a partner. Don't take responsibility for anybody. Everybody is independent. Everybody has to take responsibility for themselves. They have to take responsibility for themselves. You cannot be dependent on anybody, and you cannot allow anyone to be dependent on you. It's harmful for you also. Maybe your ego is feeling happy. Oh, I'm doing so much. I'm responsible for all this. But then see the harm. You're weak because of that. You don't have energy because of that. If you're a teacher, just don't take responsibility for your students. If you're a healer, don't take responsibility for your clients. Today, for example, I'm here, I will disseminate the information. How much you hear, how much you hear is fine. If you are sleeping here, that's your problem. I'm doing my job, I'm living my being. I'm not responsible for improving. I'm going to do the best because that is what I love to do. I'm doing my role. But you have to take on the responsibility of grasping it and implementing it in their life. With this, I am also going to be powerful. There's going to be no push, pull, control. Your children are going to do well in their education because they know मैं fail हुआ या pass हुआ मम्मी को फर्क नहीं पड़ता. मैं जिंदगी में अच्छा करूँ बुरा करूँ, because I'll tell you this is what I did with my children. You know, I've got 4 kids, quite grown up. And a time happened, you know, when I realized when they were in 7th, 8th grade, I realized they were too much clinging on me. And that was too much for me. I had to take care of the world. So then one day when the realization happened, you know, I just dropped it like a hot potato. I told the children, you know, I said, beta, college मेरा नहीं है. अगर आपके अच्छे marks आएंगे, I can afford a good college. अच्छे marks नहीं आएंगे, तो बेटा you can go to एक मैत्रे college. I don't know मेरे मन में क्यों था. I should tell you go to मैत्रे college. वो भी झोला पकड़ के, वो भी मैं बस के टिकट के पैसे दे दूँगी. So you know, I used to always joke with them and I used to just leave it free. फिर धीरे धीरे हुआ, my children stopped showing me their report card. तो मुझे फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. अच्छे आए या बुरे आए, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? मेरे को साइन करना है. Then they used to get bad marks, I never used to be bothered. If they got good marks, I was never excessively thrilled and I never gave them chocolates or gift or loved them more. It's simple for me. भाई marks ला रहे हो आप स्वयं के लिए ला रहे हो, मेरे लिए नहीं ला रहे. So then you know, it took 6-7 months for the children to come back. It was like their legs were very weak, they were tottering. पर जब उन्होंने देखा कि मम्मी के बिल्कुल कानों में जो नहीं रहती है, and then all of them started becoming independent. And धीरे धीरे I saw that they started thinking, उनके दिमाग काम करने लग गया. मम्मी मैं क्या कर रही हूँ? I want to do fashion. What am I doing? I want to do this. I want to do that. They started realizing what they love. Today my 2 sons who are in engineering, they are in BITS Pilani. Both of them, you know, sometimes casually we ask, beta, what are you planning to do after this? The papa chill. They are just thinking. I don't know whether I want to be in this line, I want to do finance, or I want to do politics. I'm not sure. You just chill. I'll tell you. So, and we love that. You know, we love that when they use their own brains and they know they are independent. We just don't care because I have a tendency to tell my younger child, beta, you have to join me. So he laughs. I say, beta, finish enough engineering, then you join me. So we just joke about it, but then we don't care if they are going to study further. But I know they have big dreams. They want to score well, they want to do well. They are all the time reading news, what other children are doing. I know when I see them talking. I know that they are developing in the right direction and it gives me joy. Definitely it gives me joy. But then they are flowering on their own. Same thing, do for your students. Leave them free, just inspire them and leave them free. Don't create fear inside them for getting bad marks. Don't create excitement inside them for getting good marks. Just tell them, be who you are. So this is dependency. Second, what is the second fear? Second fear is you bother about the opinion of others. Manipur Chakra is about listening to your own opinions. Yes or no? Today, if you want to be a leader, you have to only listen to yourself. But today, if you notice yourself getting too much bothered by उसने क्या कहा, all the time, in the staff room, you are discussing. वो टीचर ने ऐसा क्यों बोला, उसने इसको ऐसा क्यों बोला, उसने ऐसा क्यों बोला. All the time you are worried about what others are doing or what they said or what they did. जब आप दुनिया की सुनोगे तो आप स्वयं की कब सुनोगे? So basically, if you are too much bothered about opinions of others, you cannot be listening to yourself. You cannot listen to what is coming from within you. And when you get too much bothered by listening to others, इसके क्या-क्या नुकसान हैं? Tell me. इसका क्या नुकसान होता है when you bother too much about what others are saying? Number one, we cannot take our own decisions because all the time you feel tired. ये क्या बोलेगा, वो क्या बोलेगा? Yes or no? और क्या होता है इससे? You may go yes. The repercussion could be you could listen to what they are saying. What else? Perfect. You don't have concentration because all the time these thoughts कि आप जुगाली करते रहते हो. Because ये जो चक्र है ये पेट के ऊपर है. अब आपको पता है कि पेट कैसे काम करता है? जब आप पेट में खाना डालते हो, जो यूजफुल खाना होता है वो उसको डाइजेस्ट करके उसका ब्लड वगैरह बन जाता है. जो बिल्कुल ही यूजलेस खाना है, पेट क्या करता है? उसको वॉमिट कर देता है. और आपके खाने में जो यूजफुल है उसको यूज करता है, जो यूजलेस है उसको बाहर निकाल देता है एज रेफरेंस. यस और नो? दिस इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट यू हैव टू डू अबाउट ओपिनियंस ऑफ अदर्स. भाई किसी ने कुछ कहा, उसमें कुछ नमक मिर्ची होगी, कुछ अच्छा भी होगा, उसको एसिमुलेट कर लो, बाकी को फेंक. पर क्या होता है? आप फेंकते नहीं. ऑल द टाइम जुगाली. मदर इन लॉ ने क्या बोला, इसने क्या बोला, उसने क्या बोला, नेबर ने आपके बारे में क्या बोला. ऑल द टाइम यू आर chewing it, trying to chew it. But actually can you chew it? Because it's not chewable. वो दूसरे का ओपिनियन है. It has nothing to do with you. But you are trying to chew. आपने रामायण पढ़ी है? आपने रावण को देखा है? आज अगर आप बार बार च्यू करते हो तो एक्चुअली आपके अंदर रावण जग जाता है. क्योंकि रावण क्या है? आपको पता है रावण के कितने सर थे? 10. और दिशाएं कितनी होती है? 10. तो रावण के जो 10 सर है ना, जब आप वो यूजलेस ओपिनियंस की जुगाली करते हो ना, तो आपका सिर जो है 10 जगह चला जाता है. यू आर ऑल द टाइम थिंकिंग, यू बिकम रावण है. जो 10 सर है, they are your head, your concentration in 10 different directions. It is your distraction in all different directions except the correct direction, which is Ram. Ram is your sankalp for which you have taken birth. और आपको पता है रावण को मारने के लिए राम ने तीर कहाँ फेंका था? नाभि. He threw the arrow at the नाभि. कि भैया तुम जुगाली बंद करो तो खुद की सुनोगे. So understand that if you bother too much about opinions of others, number one, yes, you don't have concentration on your ultimate focus. You become weak, you become powerless. You are still in the past. All the time you are worrying about the past. You cannot look at the beautiful present and take the correct action. And because you bother too much about others, इसके कारण 2 problems और. One is you are not able to say no. How many of you have a problem that you are not able to say no? जब कोई पूछता है, someone asks you for a social invitation or anything, he asks you for some work, you see yourself saying yes, although you wanted to say no. Yes, there's only one person who's brave enough to raise hands. Chalo, that's good, just accept it. Just accept. I'm not able to say no. And understand, answer is not just saying no. फिर no करते रहो. आंसर वो नहीं है. आंसर पहले स्वयं से पूछो, मैं नो क्यों नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. आप रियलाइज करोगे यू आर वेरी मच बॉदर्ड बाय वो क्या सोचेगा. बट अंडरस्टैंड, डज इट मैटर? यू आर वेरी मच बॉदर्ड इफ आई से नो, दिस पर्सन विल लीव. ही विल नॉट फेवर मी एनी मोर. मुझे फेवर नहीं करेगा, वो मेरे अगेंस्ट चला जाएगा. So you see yourself saying no, although you want to say yes, or saying yes when you wanted to say no. A problem is you made that other person probably happy, but imagine your self-respect, it went for a toss. You felt so victimized, you felt so powerless, you wasted your useful time and energy for something which you didn't want to do. So ultimately your Manipur chakra gets imbalanced. अब इसको हटाने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? You have to first see, why am I very much affected by what that person thinks? And does really saying no will have that much of implication? Then that person has got no use in my life. If I can't follow my own heart, if I can't follow my own opinions, if I can't do what I truly want to do, what is the use of that friendship? If I can't be myself in that union, yes or no? Just check yourself, do you feel dependent on that person? That you want some kind of help from that person? Ask yourself and release that dependency. No, it is a partnership. No person comes in your life who only gives to you. Yes or no? Everything he gives to you and you give to yourself. Problem is you don't have that self-respect. You don't realize the value you are giving to that person. You have to first build on that value. It's not that I am the only one who is taking, he is also taking, we are equal partners. Then you know you will get the power to say no. And I can tell you a simple trick. 2 बार no बोल दो, तीसरी बार तो मुंह से निकल ही जाता है. एक बार अपनी बाउंड्री क्रॉस करके, जो आपके फियर की बाउंड्री है, उसको क्रॉस करके डिसाइड. If someone tells you, say, I'm really sorry, but I have got some personal engagement. I'm not able to make it. Or I won't be able to do it because I need to give this time to this person. Just say that. आपका इतना self-respect बढ़ेगा. And just repeat it 2 times. And after that, the 3rd time you will notice that actually you are fearing more. Maybe you didn't want to say no also. Then you will be able to actually self-introspect. And one more problem which happens because you bother too much about opinion of others, you are not able to confront. Today if you notice कि कोई कुछ भी करके चला जाता है and you are not confronting, you are not telling, hey, tell me what happened, what went wrong, what's with you. You are not confronting. Do you notice yourself that you are not confronting? How many of you notice that कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है, मैं खून का घूंट पी के बैठ जाता हूँ, मैं कुछ बोलता नहीं, मैं आंसू पी के बैठ जाता हूँ पर मैं बोलता नहीं. How many of you feel that? Yes. Yes. You try to avoid. You say no. देखो मैं ऐसा नहीं हूँ. मैंने जिंदगी में, if you find yourself telling this dialogue, देखो मैंने जिंदगी में कभी ऐसा किया नहीं. अरे जिंदगी क्या, जिंदगी तो हर दिन फ्रेश है. मैंने कभी अपने फैमिली में ऐसा नहीं देखा. अरे जिंदगी फ्रेश है. आपने तो यूं भी कभी नहीं देखी. So understand that ये जो dialogues होते हैं, I'm a peace loving person, I'm a nice person, these dialogues are not important. ये जो lessons what I'm telling you, they are not lessons from a book. They are directly in meditation. They are directly downloaded from the universal consciousness who wants you to behave the right way. You have got no other option. If you don't behave the right way, your stomach is on for a toss. You are weak, you are powerless, you are not getting the position that you want. So basically understand, if all the time you are avoiding confrontation, just it's going to imbalance the chakra. Now ask yourself, why are you avoiding the confrontation? ये भी बहुत बड़ा question है. Why are you avoiding the confrontation? Ask why. Yes, very easy. You have to know. आज आप imagine करो कि some person is all the time trying to be bossy on you, trying to give you extra work, or trying to make you do things which you don't want, or trying to go against you. पर आप सोचते हो कि नहीं, मैं चुप ही रहूँ तो better है, right? But ask yourself, आप क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? Only then you can come up. तो सबसे पहले you are avoiding that things go worse. One is you are avoiding things go worse, or
basic reason is the fear which you have of, like as you said, further damage to be caused, or any other fear which are inherent in your that chakra that makes you to form a pattern of not confronting your emotions. So the principal is there and the teacher keeps telling and you keep avoiding, keep saying yes, yes, yes. What you are doing is you are giving your powers to that principal. And people, okay. I'm not saying a specific principle. I mean, there could be someone who is not confronting and doing that. But she's a good principal and there are good teachers also. So maybe your solar plexus is perfectly alright.
So understand, one is that, the fear that it can go worse. What other fear is there? So to all fears, and there are two more fears.
We know that in case of, I'm talking about principal and teacher, we know that she is more authoritative. So we'll see that she might be knowing more than us.
Okay. Excellent, excellent. What you are trying to say is, you develop a self-doubt. Maybe I am only wrong. Yes or no? One is you develop a self-doubt that probably I am wrong. So that is why you are not confronting and you are taking the whatever is coming to you. This is also a very valid point. Next. Yes. One is yes, definitely fear of losing that person if I confront the person. Fear of losing favor from that person. Whatever you get from that person. Next.
Authorities down the line, or things are only coming from
yeah, top to bottom, but understand that is all the authority coming from top to bottom, right? Does it mean that we have to listen quietly and not express, not talk, and not express a little strongly? Is it right? First you have to discuss, is it right? Because if you believe, no, I have to listen to the authority, then this chapter ends. You know that all throughout history, people have revolted against people who have authority. It could be authority in politics, it could be in your family, it could be your own family members, it could be children revolting against their parents. Not all authority is right. Yes or no? So, confrontation, we have to understand it is required and necessary. Many times you see yourself backbiting or speaking negative or speaking in the shadows, but actually you wish to confront. Better than that, go and speak to the right person. So first is, what are your fears in confrontation? One fear is, what if it goes worse? In what way can it go worse? The person will do more. One is that. Second, one more fear is fear of conflict. Many people have a fear कि लड़ाई झगड़ा, conflict, violence ना हो जाए. This is a very deep inherent fear. Especially suppose you want to do with your wife. घर में wife को confront करना है. Because I have clients who come for counseling. जैसे मैं तो कुछ बोलता ही नहीं हूँ, तो इतनी जोर से आवाज करती कि neighbors आ जाते हैं. So all their fights are happening in the four walls, but that is serious. Because the wife is becoming stronger and a bigger lion in the house, and the man is becoming like this. So just because you have a fear कि पूरे neighbors को पता लग जाएगा, you are suffering all this. Is it right? And another one fear is fear of shame. You have a fear of shame. What if that person speaks very bad or makes it so ugly that सबके सामने I feel ashamed? Yes or no? So पहले वो fear को realize करो. Yes, I have a fear of shame. I have a fear of violence. I have a fear that this person becomes worse. अभी तो इतना है मैं tolerate कर रहा हूँ. फिर थोड़ा बड़ा हो गया tolerate कर रहा हूँ. And then you say मेरे को तो resign करना है, मेरे को तो जाना है. It doesn't work like that. Because when you go to the another company, you will meet a big Dana. Because world never spares you. If a chapter is not learned, you will face the same chapter over and over again. If a person has problems in his marital life and he leaves a person just because he thinks another person will be better, sadly the next person will be worse. You have to learn the lesson. So, how to come out of it? First is the fear that it will become worse. Understand, what if it becomes small? What if you really confront and then you realize the person is just a me? He's just shouting because nobody is protesting. You will notice nowadays children are very self-aware. You try to shout it, then the child will say, Mama, please, don't niche rakho. See, you are noticing that. See how children are self-aware. Maybe you listen to your parents all the time. The children are they say, please, speak properly. Notice my friends are here. Please, we can talk, then we go home. So, you can confront like that. If suppose your boss is abusive or somebody is abusive, you can say that please we can talk. Don't do this. Unless you speak out, you don't realize that other person is just a loud noise, he's just a cloud. Maybe really doesn't have that kind of weight. unnecessary you're fearing that person? First is this part. So you have to confront to realize that the person is not that scary. Second, the fear of losing that person. As we spoke, since everything is a partnership, he will also lose you. Please realize that. You will lose that person, the person will also lose you. So it's an equal partnership. So you have to release the fear of losing that person. Then, fear of conflict. What it becomes very loud and all neighbors and everybody knows. Understand, ये fear तो एक बार दिल से निकालना पड़ता ही है. Just think. Let the neighbors know also what I am suffering. If my house is on fire, let my house be on fire and let everybody see it. If I have a fear of shame, let this person also have a fear of shame. Let us come out in the public and fight. Let the fear come out. You will be surprised. Nothing of that sort will happen. Nothing will happen on this. So I told this person who was very much tortured by his wife. I said, one day open the door and tell her to come out and speak like this in front of everyone. I said, just do it. Say, come on. सबको बुलाते हैं और सबके सामने तो बोल and let us come. सामने सामने आ जाते हैं फिर देखते हैं. You will realize कि झूठ के पाँव नहीं होते. झूठ cannot run. झूठ इतना strong होता ही नहीं है. सच strong होता है. And second is जो आपने बताया कि आपके अंदर जो self doubt है कि probably the authority is right. Then check yourself for dependence. Probably you feel that if I am dependent, the top person is always right. Again, bring it back to partnership. Bring it back to partnership that no, I am contributing something, he is contributing something. Definitely, everybody has their own opinion. It's right. Everybody is allowed their own opinion. But I have to do what is right for me today. What is right for me? When you take a decision, when you make an opinion, most important is make an opinion with yourself in the perspective. If you put that person in the perspective, you cannot take a decision. What she wants and what you want will be very different. So you have to only look at what you want. That's most important. You have to look from your perspective and then outside. Then only you can make a decision. Clear? So can we do a meditation now? Okay? So sit erect. Yes. Yes, please sit.
What you say now, if you look only from our perception, then we may become a self-centered person.
Yeah, this is a very beautiful thing. That if you look from your perspective, you will become a self-centered person. So today people are all the time looking from others' perspective. कि नहीं मुझे अपना नहीं सोचना चाहिए, मुझे दूसरों का सोचना चाहिए. But you know the universal law says you have to think only about yourself. When you look only at yourself, you look better at others. You always look better at others. Understand, looking at yourself doesn't mean कि मैं सब कुछ अपने लिए कर रहा हूँ. Look at yourself and see, according to me, what is the best thing for me. When you do that, you will realize it is the best thing for your family, for your society, for the college. It will be best for everything. This is the chakra where your consciousness gets internalized. You realize the I. You know the whole human journey to self-realization is about self-realization. Don't we use words like self-esteem, self-respect, self-confidence, self-worth? तो दूसरा कहाँ आता है?
I want to nothing one thing when we are talking about the self. So when I say myself, yourself, herself, himself, what is the common thing? So if you take care of yourself, then everything is taken.
Yes, very beautiful, because everything is the self. And ultimately we have to realize that actually all of us share the same chitta, share the same soul, share the same pran. No person in the world is actually bad or actually cruel. Will you be ever happy seeing someone sad? No. Will you be ever happy seeing someone going on the wrong path? You will notice yourself telling no, sudhar ja, theek ho ja, aise ho ja, waise ho ja. Why? Because अंदर से our soul knows कि actually everybody is an extension of yourself. जैसे आपकी body है, उसके इतने सारे parts हैं. You've got a hand, उसका unique shape है, उसका unique mind है, intellect है, unique intelligence है और unique life purpose है. Hand wants to touch, feel, experience, hold, lift. Yes or no? वैसे ही आपकी eyes है. It has got a unique shape, unique intelligence, unique life purpose. Eyes want to see everything in the world. But understand, are they both? They are different. Similarly, every person is different, but you all belong to the same universal body. We all belong to the same universal self. And more you become spiritually aware, you become spiritually enlightened. You start realizing that everybody is just me. So when you take a decision from your perspective, it's actually taking care of others. But universal law says totally go inside and do what is best for you. It will be the best for everybody around. Okay? So basically you are talking about that what if this authority is at a stage जो आपके परियों के beyond है. क्योंकि today we can't change the government, we can't change the policies, correct? But understand that आपका जो अपना दायरा है, पहले आप अपने उस दायरे में पूरा चेंज करो. Change, bring the change in your दायरा. Today suppose you have got the vision to see कि वहीं से प्रॉब्लम आ रही है. पहले तो लोगों के पास वो विजन भी नहीं होती है. They are not able to see beyond जो उनको कार्य क्षेत्र है उसके beyond वो देख भी नहीं पाते. आज अगर आपको एक विजन मिली है, where you are able to see कि problem is coming from there. But understand, if you are able to look at it, you will be able to definitely find something to do within yourself. जैसे मैं आपको एक सिंपल एग्जांपल बताती हूँ. I stayed 10 years in Indonesia. और जब मैं इंडिया आई तो मुझे यहाँ पर जो कचरा और गंदगी दिखती थी, मुझे उससे काफ़ी तकलीफ होती थी. Because I am a little cleanliness prone person. तो जब मैं जाती थी तो all the time मेरे मन में रहता था कि क्या cleanliness है, कितनी गंदी टैक्सीज है, ये है वो है. And I used to, ask God कि ये क्या है? Why I have to see all this? Why people can't change? But understand that, उसके बाद क्या हुआ कि हमारी बिल्डिंग जो है, उसके नीचे के एंट्रेंस पे ही उन्होंने इतना बड़ा कचरे का डिब्बा रखा हुआ था. उस समय तो 2 बड़े-बड़े कचरे के डिब्बे रखे हुए थे. So every time used to enter the building, इतना बड़ा कचरे का दर्शन होता था. तो मुझे काफी फ्रस्ट्रेशन होती थी और मैं सोचती थी कि ये लोग कहीं भी डाल देते हैं, लोग भी कहीं भी फेंक देते हैं, right? So then at that time I used to feel कि we are powerless, we can't do anything in the in the government and all, हम लोग कुछ कर नहीं सकते. But then that time मेरे को एक विजन आया कि नहीं, if I am able to see it, कुछ तो मैं कर सकती हूँ, something I can do. So what I started doing was I made a letter. हमने एक लेटर लेके पूरी बिल्डिंग में सबसे साइन करवाया कि प्लीज गेट दिस कचरे का डिब्बा रिमूव्ड बिकॉज इट इज स्पॉइलिंग द एंट्रेंस ऑफ दिस ब्यूटीफुल बिल्डिंग. तो जब हमने लेटर वगैरह लिखवाया, वो लेटर का कैंपेन चल ही रहा था कि मेरे पास काउंसलिंग के लिए एक पर्सन आया और ही सेड कि मैं म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन से. सो व्हेन ही सेड आई एम फ्रॉम देयर, so I asked him, I said, can you help me? I want to remove this कचरे का डिब्बा. तो he said, yes, definitely I can do that. तो वो कचरे का डिब्बा जो है सेकेंड डे रिमूव हो गया था. वो दूसरी बात है कि 1 साल के बाद अगेन इट केम बैक लिटिल बिट नीटर डिब्बा एंड नाउ दे क्लीन इट वेरी रेगुलरली, क्योंकि 1 साल के बाद दे मूव्ड इट इन सम सोसाइटी एंड कुछ इश्यूज हुए होंगे, ही माइट हैव गॉट ट्रांसफर्ड, सो इट केम बैक इन अनदर फॉर्म. बट आई फेल्ट समथिंग कुड हैव बीन डन. नाउ व्हेन आई राइट माय ब्लॉग्स आई टेंड टू राइट अबाउट क्लीनलीनेस, और कुछ ना कुछ मेरे मन में जो आता है मैं लिखती हूँ. एंड नाउ आई नोटिस दैट अपने प्रधानमंत्री भी स्वच्छता ड्राइव के बारे में इतना बात करते हैं, तो कहीं ना कहीं से तो ब्रेन वेव जाती है ना. तो आज आपको जो चीज़ अच्छी नहीं लगती है आप उसके बारे में लिखो, उसके बारे में बताओ, उसके बारे में जागरूकता फैलाओ, क्योंकि फाइनली जो मास का है उसका एक वैल्यू होगा ना. आज आपके जैसे बहुत सारे टीचर्स इकट्ठे हो गए एंड टुगेदर यू स्टार्ट राइटिंग लेटर्स, यू स्टार्ट इन्फॉर्मिंग रादर देन फीलिंग हेल्पलेस एंड पावरलेस. इट कैन बी इम्प्लीमेंटेड. प्लीज नो दैट कि दुनिया में बड़े बड़े जो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हुए हैं वो छोटे लेवल से ही शुरू. दे हैव नॉट हैपेंड एट द टॉप लेवल, दे हैव कम फ्रॉम द बॉटम लेवल. Yes, indeed. But you know what you are calling love? Love ये नहीं होता कि I want to make them sad. क्योंकि आज आपके मन में कोई बात आ रही है which you are not happy about. आज हम बात क्यों कर रहे हैं कि you need to confront because there is something happening in your personal space which you don't like. Understand? And it is not what you are saying; it is how you are saying. Today, if there is something you want to change about your parents, about your wife, there is something which you think is against. You can communicate, you can talk. Today people are different. Unless you talk, unless you express, they don't even know कि आपके मन में क्या क्या चल रहा है. और वो love क्या जो आप छुपा के यू आर नॉट नेचुरल, यू आर नॉट बीइंग योरसेल्फ. So पहले इन्वेस्टिगेट करो. It is not love. It is fear of losing them, fear of losing favor of them, or fear that they will think that I am not nice. Okay? So you should remove that fear and do what is necessary, not for anything else. You should do it to balance your chakra. Today, if you feel that I have worked so many years, but still I have not graduated, I have not got promotion, I am not respected, I am not in that powerful position, please trace these actions of yours. That where you are imbalancing your chakra. क्योंकि ये चक्रा जब इम्बैलेंस होता है तो आपके अंदर का सूर्य नहीं दिखता, आपके अंदर का जो तेज होता है, प्रताप होता है, people don't see it. You know why you become a leader? It's a simple question. Why do people listen to you? Why do you become a leader? Because you have your own opinions. You have got knowledge. जो शक्ति होती है ना, वो केवल ज्ञान होता है. ज्ञान is शक्ति. It is not your age, it is not your experience, it is not your honor, it is ज्ञान. आपके अंदर ज्ञान है, you are powerful. एक फिजिकल शक्ति होती है, एक मेंटल शक्ति होती है. तो मणिपुर चक्र इज योर माइंड, ये आपकी मेंटल जो शक्ति होती है, और वो इन्हीं चीजों से बढ़ती है. तो वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड टू थिंग्स, दो चीजें और रह गई. बिकॉज सी लेसन्स ऑफ एवरी चक्र आर नॉट इनफाइनाइट. इट्स नॉट दैट इतने सारे लेसन्स हैं, हम कहाँ तक सीखेंगे. देयर आर वेरी वेरी specific chapters you need to learn to balance a chakra. And in this class, I would like to complete all the chapters with you, so that at least you know कि मुझे कहाँ पर work करना है. और अभी तक हमने जो दो चीजें की बात की है, dependency on others, bothering too much about opinions of others, are they too difficult to follow? Are they too difficult? No, right? You can follow, right? It is in your domain, right? That's it. You are ready to balance the chakra. Now we come to two more. Now the third thing is fear of responsibility. Today why people cannot become leaders? Because they are very fearful of taking responsibility. आज आपने अपने कॉलेज में देखा होगा कि कोई इवेंट है और उनको बोला कि देखिए आप ये करिए, आप ये करिए, और कुछ लोग फटाफट छुट्टी ढूंढ रहे हैं. मैं क्या करूँ, मेरे को तो छुट्टी लेनी है, मुझे तो जाना है. You find people culling in corners. मुझे मत दो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, इसको दो, उसको दो, उसको दो. Yes or no? और फिर एक तरफ से करते हो कि मेरी सैलरी इंक्रीज नहीं हो रही, मेरे को राइज नहीं हो रहा, मेरे को ये करना है जिंदगी में, वो करना है. भगवान ने बोला लो थोड़ी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी करके दिखाओ, तो you are culling in corners. So let us now identify why are you scared of taking responsibility? Why? क्या हो जाएगा? सोचो, why are you scared of taking responsibility? There are multiple reasons. एक क्या रीजन है? Very good. एक होता है fear of failure. What if I fail? मैं ले लूँगा and then I will fail. फिर पूछो, अगर फेल हो गया तो क्या होगा? क्या होगा अगर मैं फेल हो गया? हाँ जी? मेमो. अच्छा, आप क्या मेमो मिल रहा है? One is that you have a fear of failure because you have a fear that people are going to say wrong things to you, right? Fear of the repercussions. उसके क्या repercussion हो सकते हैं? तो पहले repercussion सोच लो ना. Better to think till the end. मौत तो हो नहीं जाएगी. I will not come on the streets. क्या क्या होगा? लोग कहेंगे I have failed. पहले तो लोगों के opinions आएंगे, criticism होगा, okay? थोड़ा shame होगा. हो सकता है प्रिंसिपल बोल दे और अगली बार नहीं देगा, वो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. So understand कि पहले सोचो कि मेरे को fear of failure क्यों हो रहा है. One is reason is that if I fail, उसके repercussions बड़े खराब हैं. तो सारे repercussions सोच लो. जब opinions की बात आती है तो know that लोगों के opinions जो होते हैं ना वो बेपैंदे का लोटा जैसे होते हैं. Today they are happy, tomorrow they can be angry. फिर happy, फिर angry, फिर happy, फिर angry. Yes or no? तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है उनके opinions का? ये तो नहीं है कि if they have formed a bad opinion, it will always be bad. It's not that once you have failed, they will think you are a failure. ऐसा तो है. One fail doesn't mean failure. Yes or no? So number one, people's opinions don't count. पहले तो उसको निकालो. फिर बोलो what they will speak about me. वो तो हमने पहले address कर दिया. I'm not going to be bothered by their opinions. Yes. That is fine, that's okay. But understand that maybe you are bothering too much about things which are not in your purview. अब थोड़ा उसको भी सोचो. Today, if you have come for education, your focus, your lakshya, your raam, your sankalp should be students. That I have to finally give the best education to students. अगर आप उस चीज पे ध्यान दोगे and you don't bother about small things happening left and right, that's also okay. Maybe you're giving attention to too many things which are not in your purview. तो उस चीज को भी आप देखो मणिपुर चक्र का फर्स्ट लेसन था ना, इट गेट्स ब्लॉक्ड बिकॉज ऑफ डिपेंडेंसी. तो पहले तो आप अपनी मेंटल डिपेंडेंसी हटाओ कि मुझे रिटायरमेंट तक इधर ही रहना, देन यू विल बी विक्टिमाइज्ड एंड यू विल नॉट टेक द करेक्ट एक्शन. जिस दिन आपको लगेगा कि नो, आई हैव गॉट अ चॉइस टू मूव ऑन इफ नीडेड, बट आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू रन अवे. आई एम गोइंग टू फर्स्ट कम्युनिकेट, आई एम गोइंग टू डू व्हाट इज इन माय परव्यू, आई एम गोइंग टू टेक स्ट्रेंथ, मेजॉरिटी, टू टॉक टू पीपल, क्योंकि स्ट्रेंथ में बहुत एनर्जी होती है व्हेन वी आर इन ग्रुप्स. So you can make a change if it is really affecting your education, it is affecting whatever you are doing. You can definitely take some action. उसके लिए you need to do the meditation, release the fear of losing the job. आप सन को कितना छुपा सकते हो, सन को कितना इग्नोर कर सकते हो. जैसे तो एक हाथ से ही सन छुप जाता है. You cannot see the sun just with one hand, right? But सन छुप नहीं सकता, उसका existence है. So even today you are not visible to people. आज आपकी शाइन लोगों को नहीं दिख रही है, पर कब तक सन को छुपाओगे? So today, if you keep on doing responsibilities with joy and passion, you have to trust the universe to pull you and take you where you belong. Suddenly, a magic will come and you will reach there where you belong. So this is about the Manipur Chakra. And the fourth thing about the Manipur Chakra, as we said, first we should be ready to take responsibility. Second is dependency, not bothering about opinions of others. And the fourth thing about Manipur Chakra is discipline. This is the chakra which teaches you, you have to live a life of integrity. You have to walk your talk. Your mind, your emotions, your senses, what you think and what you do have to be in alignment. Because today a leader cannot be indisciplined. A leader has to live within the moral framework of the society. Not even moral, legal framework of the society. So today, to be a leader, most important part of Manipur Chakra is self-respect. I repeat, it is not about what the world thinks about you. It is about what you think about yourself. So that disciplined lifestyle is very, very important. You have to live within the legal and moral framework of family, of society. You have to pay the taxes, all these things in time, whatever is needed to be in a decent legal framework. Because in Manipur Chakra, there is a fear that resides, which is a fear of shame. Till you have a fear of shame, you cannot think of rising that high in your career. So to overcome that fear of shame, you have to live a life of discipline. So this chakra teaches you. And is it very difficult to follow discipline? I want to ask you. Is it very difficult? See, universe doesn't expect us to be like robots, get up at 4 o'clock, sleep sharp at 9 o'clock. It's not like that. But there has to be a legal, a framework of discipline. Discipline of the body, discipline of the mind, discipline of your behavior. You know, whatever are the laws of the society, laws, you just have to follow. Like if you're driving, you have to follow the laws of traffic. So till you don't follow this, it is not that you have not been caught, but it is about enhancing your own self-respect. And when your self-respect is enhanced, you are ready. You tell the universe, I am ready to take on the position what you have made for me. So this is all about Manipur Chakra.